Isaac was the biological father of these two gentlemen, Esau and Jacob. But because Isaac had understood his office of priesthood as father, Isaac was not speaking to them as a biological father. He was speaking to them as a prophet and as a priest. So fatherhood is priesthood. Fatherhood is there. Fatherhood is what? Fatherhood is priesthood, I'm telling you. Fatherhood goes beyond your money. Fatherhood goes beyond paying school fees. Fatherhood goes beyond renting for your children and wife. Fatherhood goes beyond giving them clothes to wear. Fatherhood is priesthood. And priesthood is heavy. Priesthood is heavy. I think 2 Sundays ago I was teaching you on priesthood. Yeah, the climax were against a priest. Dress it and keep it. Shama and Yada. To cultivate. These two words sum up priesthood. So priesthood is to nurture. Priesthood is to cultivate. Priesthood is to develop. Priesthood is to increase. Priesthood is to make fruitful and productive. Priesthood is to groom. To groom today. And I said, if a man cannot groom you, then he's what? So are you with a long broom or a short broom? Are you with a standing broom or bent down broom? Yeah, even with it or Some of you are receiving rashes. What they want to trap right? Who get a sealing rash? Are we together? So fatherhood is priesthood. So anybody you call my father, be sure that person is in the office of priesthood over your life. And priesthood is to make better, to groom, to nurture, to cultivate. What does it mean to cultivate? To cultivate a field is to bring out the potency of the field or the potential of the field to be able to grow crops. So a field that is not fertile, by the cultivation of the farmer or the field worker, that field is able to gain fertility. True of us. That is why when you realize that the fertility of a certain field is on the low, they deploy fertilizers. The purpose of the fertilizer is to stir up or increase the fertility of the soil, so that when the seed is put in that soil, that seed will not die and it will germinate. Anytime you sit under a priest, the seed of your potential, the seed of your destiny, the seed of your vision, the seed of your talent, the seed of your giftings must not die. The moment you discover that your potentials are dying, your giftings are dying, you never sat under a priest. One of the things that brings out the unveiling, the manifestation of the seeds that God planted in people is when they sit under a teaching priest. But then the beautiful thing is that as corrupt as this our generation is, we don't love teaching priests. Yeah, we don't love teaching priests. You know what we love? Oh, Debbie. The prophet is a priest. So the prophetic assignment, don't worry. One of these, I will teach you on it. Prophecy, prophesy, and prophesy. I'll teach you on that message. I have that message. I'll teach you prophecy, prophesy, prophesy. You will know what you have called, what you've been calling prophecy is not prophecy. And what you will say, prophesy, you will know, say, no, then what? Are we together? And I will teach you for you to understand we have about 15 different types of prophets. Yes, about 15 different types of prophets. Jeremiah was a prophet, true of us. He never mentioned anybody's telephone number. He never mentioned anybody's name. The assignment of the prophetic office of Jeremiah was to weep. So the Bible calls him the weeping prophet. There are prophets whose assignment was to sit down and look at people struggling and they weep. And as a result of their weeping, God steps in to render solution to the people in that need. Yeah. Like whose assignment? There are prophets whose assignments are to write. So we have writing prophets. When they pick pen and paper and they begin to write, and you sit there and begin to read, you will find a picture of your destiny in what you have written. That's the assignment. There are prophets whose assignment is to pray, praying prophets. They will not come and stand and say, the Lord says that, let them lift to a prayer topic. Their whole place will turn upside down. The whole place will turn upside down. Praying prophets. Praying prophets. So when I begin to teach you some of these things, any man of God that stands here without any display, you will know the kind of person standing before you. You see, the reason why it is important for you to understand all of these things is so that whenever a man of God stands before you, you will know the kind of man he is and the dimension of God he carries, so that you know how to connect and how to tap from you. Because the truth of the matter is that anything you have not recognized, anything you have not acknowledged, you cannot receive. So in order to receive from your priest, you must recognize who he is and the dimensions he carries.